Welcome to Mathematics with Suleiman, and today's video is based on last year June 2025 paper. This is paper 1, question 4. This, of course, is the basic education, namely DBE's paper, which they have written last year, June 2025. Right, this is question 4, of course, the first question on functions. And here, the graph of the f of x equals to 4 over x minus 3 plus 4 is drawn below. Obviously, you should immediately recognize a hyperbola. So please remember that, the hyperbola. M is the point where the asymptotes of f intersect. C and D are the x and y intercepts respectively of f. A is the point on f that is closest to M. So please always have a good look at your given diagram so that you can understand. Always look where is the y-axis situated and where is the new asymptote situated. Or also look at where is the x-axis and where is the new asymptote situated to give you a good idea how the graph shifted to the right and up. So question 4.1, write down the coordinates of M. So remember now, M is where the two asymptotes intersect. Calculate the coordinates of D. If y equals to x plus t is the equation of a line of symmetry of f, calculate the values of t. Determine the values of x for which the f of x is less than or equal to 0. Calculate the coordinates of A. A single transformation is applied to f. Remember what is transformation? It is the shifting of the graph. To obtain a new graph defined as the h of x now. So new graph now it's negative 4 over x plus 3 plus 4. So that is the only change there. That value is now a negative 4 instead of a positive 4 like the original. So A's image under this transformation. Calculate the length of A and A's image. Let's look at question 4.1 and as well as 4.2. 4.1, write down the coordinates of M. Now remember now M deals with both asymptotes. Now where do we normally see this in the given equation? Look at the equation, the f of x equals to 4 over x minus 3 plus 4. So x minus 3 and the plus 4 will help you. So x minus 3 usually will represent the x-intercept. So therefore, if x minus 3 equals to 0, then x will be a 3. So therefore, the x value of m will be a positive 3, always with the opposite sign. And then the plus 4 SEs will be the y-intercept. So there you are. So plus 3 and 4. So plus 3 is the new x asymptote, and plus 4 is the new y asymptote. Calculate the coordinates of D. Now can you see where is D? D is situated on the y-axis, and that is of course where x is 0. So don't forget that. So you take the given equation and you let x be 0. And once x is 0, you will get y is 8 over 3. Please use your calculator for this. And of course point D will then be x0, y 8 over 3. Right, question 4.3. Now, if y equals to x plus t is the equation of the line of symmetry of f, calculate t. Now, remember, where do you always find the line of symmetry? Yes, it runs through the 2 points where the two asymptotes meet. So that you mustn't forget. So therefore, point M is then very important to us. So therefore, you take y equals to x plus t, replace then your y with 4 and your x with a 3. And that's how you can get the value of t. Then 4.4, determine the values of x for which the f of x is less than or equals to 0. Now by that, do they mean less than 0? So therefore, you first start by saying 4 over x minus 3 plus 4. That is now the formula or the equation of the hyperbola. First start with equals to 0 because there's an equal sign, remember. Then you solve for x and you get x equals to 2. Now that is also point C, because remember point C is also where y is 0. So point C is then between 2 and 0. So therefore x lies then between 2 and 3. Right, 4.5, calculate the coordinates of A. Now if you read again, they say A is the point on F that is closest to M. Now if it's closest to M, then that means the line of symmetry will also run through A. So therefore, we're going to use the equation of the line of symmetry, which we've done in the previous question, namely y equals to x plus 1, because t is a 1, remember? So then A, of course, will then be where the line of symmetry, and of course A will coincide. So therefore, we equate the two formulas or equations. Once we've done that, then of course we solve for x by cross multiplying, and then of course you can use the formula here if you want to, or any other way to solve. So you get x equals to 5 or x equals to 1. But of course x equal to 1 is not going to satisfy the equation. We all can see why. Look, where is x situated in the graph? So it can't be x equals to 1. So therefore we only use x equals to 5. Once we have 5, substitute 5 back into the equation, and then you get y equals to 6. So therefore A equals to 5 and 6. That question 4.6. A single transformation is applied to F to obtain a new graph defined as now the h of x, so it's on negative 4 over x plus 3 plus 4. So A's image is the image of A under the transformation. Calculate the length then from the original A to the image of A. The distance from the original A to the image of A. So if you take your given formula and take the minus 4 over x plus 3, and what you do is multiply the top and bottom part of the fraction with a negative 1. Then it becomes positive 4 over negative x negative 3. And you'll notice that that is now a reflection in the y-axis. And if you look at the previous example, A was 5 and 6, so the reflection will be negative 5 and 6. Right, is it clear now? So look on your graph, where is the original 5 and 6, and which is the A on the graph, and then where's the new negative 5 and 6. And then you'll see the distance between A and A's image is then 10. Thanks for watching this video on Mathematics with Suleiman. I hope you've benefited from this question 4. So thanks for watching. Please don't forget to give me a like and to subscribe, because your subscription is going to make it easier for me to create